Good evening, good people. Energized Coach coming to you with another video. Haven't been on for a while, been a little busy, trying to do things to make sure that as we go through these trying times with what's going on, the things that are happening, things that are occurring with all of the stuff that's going on around us, how we're taking with standing inside, social distancing and isolating ourselves until it's safe enough for us to be able to go out and enjoy the things that we typically enjoy, not having to worry about getting sick or having anything happen to us. So, in the interest of that, I want to say Happy Earth Day. It is the day that 50 years ago they decided to have some environmental awareness and celebrate the planet that we all live on. It doesn't matter who you are, no matter what your gender is, what race you are, whether you're old, young, in between, whatever the case may be, there's no place that you can go where you do not connect to this earth, unless you're an astronaut where you've left the planet and have gone to the moon or explore the outer space, whatever the case may be. But whatever the case may be, wherever you go, you will always call this planet home. And so I wanted to take the time to not only celebrate the planet Earth, but also kind of consider some things in regards to the energy and the life that the Earth has to offer. Every morning, as the Earth rotates, it will eventually face the sun, which is responsible for energizing and charging the Earth and all life on Earth. We have something called the asthenosphere, something that's the outer atmosphere where the lightning that you see going across the sky takes in the charge typically from that of the sun from its solar flares, which protects us from being harmed by these solar flares. So it's something to have appreciation for the earth in its protection that it has for us not being impacted or harmed, because it has the asthenosphere that will capture this energy and keeps it from harming us. Now, there are some unfortunate incidents where things that have happened where there are people who have been struck by lightning, and the reason for that is because we are energy, and energy can pass through us and discharge through the earth, because the earth is full of negative ions in which the asthenosphere is positive and the earth is negative. There's something else I'm sure you can think of in which that you use to charge things that has a negative and a positive charge. You are positive. And so when you connect to the earth, the energy that's in you will also be discharged in the earth. And if you haven't felt it yet, I can tell you myself, not only have I grounded outdoors, but I ground every night because I have a grounding mat that I put my feet on when I'm sleeping. There's even times where there's this little button snap that I have on the grounding mat that I've accidentally kicked it off and wonder what's going on, because somehow I'm not feeling that energy from the earth being connected to it. So I'll look and notice I kicked it off. So I'll get this, snap it back on, and I can feel the tingling sensation in my feet telling me that the energy from the earth is getting into my body, helping me for what I need. Helps heal your wounds faster, helps with inflammation. It's even known to help those who have asthmatic conditions, to be able to help them with the asthmatic conditions. And so if you are not aware, I would encourage you to look it up. You can look it up either grounding or earthing. In fact, I've read a book by Clint Ober that talked about this very thing. The book's naturally called Earthing. The planet is filled with energy. I mean, we already know that you have your inner core, your outer core, and the mantle, as well as the crust of which we live on the planet. And so with that energy, if we would ever, of course, to come in access to it, it would burn us like crazy. Not only that, the carbon coming from it will suffocate us to death. But yet, the earth has the ability to keep it contained. Now, if you know anything about science, you know that all of the land masses used to all be together under what they used to call Pangea. And through tectonic plate movement, you know that they all shifted and moved away from one another. They've even known to be able to understand this because they've seen fossil remains in South America that was similar to the fossil remains of dinosaurs in Africa, to state that at one point South America and Africa were once connected. You can even see the island of Madagascar off the southeastern coast of Africa. That piece of land that's away from Africa at one point used to be connected to the continent of Africa. And so what happens is the Earth, because of how it's designed, and through tectonic plates, if you know where the fault lines are from where the planet, it moves about, I believe it's an inch every year because of its expansion of the planet. And so the planet is ever growing like we are. If we're not growing physically, we're growing mentally in our evolution understanding, even after this whole thing is going on. But the planet has so much to offer. Everything that exists on the planet came from the planet. Anything that we eat, anything that we consume, anything that we have. I mean, we eat beef, cows eat grass. Grass comes through the earth. Same thing with swine. Same thing with chickens. Even if you're eating your vegetables, whatever it is you eat, even the sugar that you are eating because it tastes so great, comes from the earth. So because we get all this from this planet, we really need to take the time to celebrate the planet. I don't know if many of you have known this, but lately where we have a lot of winds that's taking place. Everyone's like, wow, why is it so windy? Where's this wind coming from? Well, wind is created because of the rotation of the planet. Now, you have times when you go home and you have to use a broom or at times use a vacuum cleaner to be able to clean up things that have somehow ended up on the floor or surface tops or furniture, whatever the case may be, where you need to use something that has a wind that's going to take it off. Well, just like the earth, not only cleansing itself with precipitation from rain and snow and sleet of that nature, we also have the wind that's also designed, coming from the rotation of the earth, that's also designed to do the same thing. It helps even with pollination, with plants or spreading of seeds. So wind is so important, although it may be an annoyance because, of course, at the time you don't want to be dealing with it because of the things that are created from it, like things like hurricanes and tornadoes or just very high winds during thunderstorms. But it is so necessary. And although it's something that is an issue, it's something that you should be appreciated. The earth also vibrates at the same frequency as you do. Check it out. The earth has a frequency of 7.83 hertz. And because it has that frequency, it has the ability to be able to help those of us connect to the ground. I think I've mentioned this before. If you think about rabbits and the fact that they live in the earth, yet they are known for the rapid reproductive process, because apparently the energy that they're getting, not just from the diet that they have, from the food that they eat, which comes from the earth, but the fact that they're connected to the earth and all these other things. When it comes down to the earth, they are able to live and rapidly exist because of the type of animal that's connected to the earth. And so I want you at some point, and hopefully today, I had shared this, that if you're going outside, look at what the earth has to offer you in the line of vegetation, in the line of the air that you breathe, and all the things that the earth gives you in order for you to exist and continue making its home. Would you take the time to appreciate the earth and show your homage to it? I'm not telling that you can hug it, but if you have the ability to do so, go hug a tree, go pet some grass, or whatever the case may be, or do whatever it takes, because especially what it is that we're dealing with, we could not have this planet to live on, but because we do, and we are here to appreciate it, you should not take it for granted, and again, question everything. And in doing so, you will then develop the appreciation and understanding of why it is that we're here, understanding your purpose, And the Earth, that's of it being a planet, that's something that's giving something to you, that you need to think about what it is that you can give back to it, because it takes good care of you. This is the Energized Coach coming to you with the celebration of the planet on this Earth Day. Happy Earth Day to you. I hope that you get something out of what it is that I've shared with you. Maybe encourage you to do a little research and to decide as to what it is that I'm stating, and that you get a greater understanding of the home that you have, which is the planet Earth, that of which we all live on. Love you. Peace.